Guess who just started her period at the gym? Luckily, I caught it in time, so I'm not bleeding through my leggings. But now it's time to go home and try out this menstrual cup. Alright, it's happening. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stop talking to you guys while I'm on the toilet right now. Oh my god, okay. I put a tampon in while I was at the gym and I feel it leaking right now. I feel it leaking. Oh. Shit, 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 shit. It's ruining my pants. Oh my god. Oh, oh. Oh no, no, no. Okay. That sucked. That was not fun. I hate tampons. Okay. I think it's time to pull this down. Let's give this a shot. Okay, now that I got this situation taken care of, I'm gonna finally open this. There's a reason I have been wanting to try a menstrual cup for a while. One of them is because I get my period every 3 weeks and they usually last from like 5 to 7 days. 25% of the year I'm bleeding out of my vagina, unfortunately. I don't like using tampons. It's not eco-friendly, especially for women like me. I'm just contributing a huge surplus amount of used tampons into the landfills, which is gross. I also don't like putting something inside of me that can give me toxic shock syndrome. Every time you use a tampon, you're risking your own health, which is ridiculous to me. And not only that, like, I think it's ridiculous that we have to pay for tampons. I didn't choose to have a period, and yet tampons are treated like a luxury item versus a necessity. My periods are so frequent and a lot of times they're very heavy that I'm constantly ruining my clothes because of it. I'll use a tampon and then within an hour later, it's already leaking. They're marketed as leak proof. It's not leak proof. That's like a handful of reasons why I really want to stop tampons altogether and try using a menstrual cup because it's reusable, it's eco-friendly, I can wear it without fear of getting toxic shock syndrome, and it's hopefully more leak-proof than an actual tampon is. My only like concern is, first off, inserting it seems terrifying to me. Secondly, removing it seems equally as terrifying to me. Throughout this process, I'm gonna learn, I guess, the best ways to do both of that, as well as like, because I don't wanna remove it and spill blood all over me. Oh man, periods, man, they suck. When I was doing my research, I saw that there were multiple sizes that you can get. The Diva Cup has 3 different sizes that it comes in. It has a Model 0, Model 1, Model 2. Model 0 is for women who are just starting their period for the first time in their life. I got the Model 1 for women under 30 years old, that's me, who have never delivered vaginally or by C-section. That's me. Model 2 is for women over 30 years old and or for women who have delivered vaginally or by C-section. So checking the box for Model 1. It says it's comfortable, clean, and easy to use. I hope leak-free protection for up to 12 hours at a time, which is like super big for me because tampons are always saying that they're leak-free protection and they're not. Not for me at least. Hopefully that won't be an issue with this. It's 100% silicone, so there's no color, no plastic, no BPA or latex. And then of course, like one of my biggest things is it's reusable, eco-friendly, and economical. Let's open it and read the instructions. This is a lot. There's a lot of instructions. Oh, half sit in Spanish, okay. Do not use the Diva Cup before you read and understand these instructions. Before first use, submerge the Diva Cup in an open pot of boiling water for 5 to 10 minutes. For first-time users, it is recommended that the Diva Cup be inserted during the day and not be worn overnight until comfortable with insertion and removal. Cool. So, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared at how I'm gonna put this inside me. Hold the cup with the stem pointing down. Option 1 is to fold it so it looks like that. I don't think that's gonna work for me. And then the other option is to place a finger on the top of the rim, and then you press it down and move your finger down into the cup towards the stem, so that way the opening, as you can see, is a lot smaller, which I think that's what I'm already, I just know I'm gonna go with that. I mean, I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I still have to clean and disinfect this with some hot water, but so finding your own comfortable position. It's so funny, I'm a grown woman and this is making me laugh. It's unfortunate that that is what society has ingrained in us, is this is a laughing matter. God, man, I don't think my dad would be very proud of me for making this video. Sorry, Dad. Your daughter has periods and she's got to deal with them. Take a comfortable position, relax your vaginal muscles, and separate your labia with your opposite free hand and insert the Diva Cup into the vagina, aiming it horizontally towards your tailbone. So kind of like you would with a tampon, I believe. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. So basically when I do this, I'm assuming you're gonna kind of move it up. How do we do it? All right, you're gonna push it up in, and then as it's going up, because you're not keeping your finger there, it's going to spread open while you're pushing it in. Basically, you're just gonna keep pushing it until the stem is no longer protruding out of your vagina. But you don't want to push it in too far because you do need to be able to reach your fingers in, grab it, and pull it out. After you put it in, it says you're gonna grip the base of the cup where these little ridges are and rotate it. This is a learning process. This is not going to be, I'm not gonna be able to get this on the first try, probably not even the second try or the third try. It might take me, I mean, it even says in the instructions, it might take me a few cycles to actually get this down, get this science down to be able to continue using it, but that's what I'm finding out today. That's what we're gonna do today. Let's go clean this guy off. Isn't being a woman great? Okay. Aha! That was a lot easier than I was anticipating. I thought it was gonna take a while. I thought it was gonna hurt. It was actually so easy that I was kind of freaking out that I thought maybe it went all the way up inside of me. It doesn't feel like I have anything inside me either. It doesn't feel like there's anything hanging out of me, or I don't feel any sort of discomfort right now. So I'm really glad about that. It did say for first time users, don't sleep with it in until you're really comfortable with it. Day one, what time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock right now. So in 6 hours, I'll probably take it out, see what the status is, and let you guys know. But otherwise, I'm really happy with it so far. Damn it. So I have been wearing the menstrual cup for almost 9 hours and I am leaking, unfortunately. I don't really know what it would be, aside from the way the cup is sitting inside me. I'm gonna reread the instructions and make sure that I'm actually like hitting all the different points that they're telling me to do, because it's not just like inserting it and leaving it alone. It's insert it, rotate it, make sure it's sitting far enough in so that way it'll work, but not far enough in so that way you can't pull it out. It really is a science with this. So it's only day one, you know. I did not expect this to be a 100% fail-safe day of trial. So does that make sense? So removing the cup was a lot more difficult than inserting it. I didn't film it just because I had a feeling it was gonna take me a while, and it did. I was just having a hard time grabbing the stem and the base of the cup. Basically what I was doing wrong was I wasn't pushing with my vaginal walls. So basically to remove the cup, you kind of have to use the same muscles as if you're pooping, and it's going to help push the cup downwards so that way you can actually like grab onto it, squeeze the, not the stem, but the base of it, so that way it would release the suction and I could pull it out. I was really surprised at how much blood was in there, in a good way, it was cool to is this gross? I don't know, but it was kind of cool to see just how much capacity of fluid it's able to hold, because I know there was no way a tampon was gonna be able to do all that. I would have had to go through like 3 or 4 tampons. Generally, my first day of my period is always it's not as heavy. My second day of my period is always typically the heaviest day. So tomorrow will be even more interesting than it was today, because this may come in even more handy than it did. I think it'll be easier tomorrow just because I know what to expect. I know better how to insert it, and I definitely know better how to take it out. I switched to a tampon for the night as per the instructions until I get more comfortable with using it. Hopefully this tampon will last through the night, because that's even worse, is when you're sleeping and you leak and you don't even realize it, and then not only are your underwear and your clothes are ruined, but then your bedspread's ruined as well. Good old tampons. As if I knew this was gonna happen, I woke up and I saw my tampon leaked and I bled through my pants. Yep, and stained my bed. So I'm gonna try the cup again right now, and I think I know what I did wrong yesterday that made it leak a little bit. I don't think I fully rotated it enough. The instructions say to rotate it 1 full rotation, and I don't think I did the full 360. So I'm going to try this again, and we will see. And now I have to do laundry. That was a process. I was so concerned about the cup staying inside me perpendicular to the ground so that way it doesn't leak, that I just couldn't stop messing with it. I got all excited yesterday because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. It's a little bit of a process, but now I'm all situated. Now I'm all situated and taken care of, so time to go about the rest of my day and see if anything happens. so it was a lot easier getting the cup out tonight than it was last night. Now that I know you gotta pretend you're pooping. I still leaked today, so the cup still is not sitting inside me 100% correct, which is a little bit of a bummer. I might not be able to get that until a couple cycles in. We'll see. Good morning. Today is day 3 of the cup, and I'm on my way to the gym right now. So this is my first time working out while using the cup. And not only that, but today is leg day. This is going to be a really good test to see how well this works for an active lifestyle. I have a good feeling today. Good morning. Quick spot test. Good to go. Leg day. Why? One more. Okay. Yeah! No leaking! But like, in all seriousness, that was nice. No discomfort whatsoever when doing squats or any other leg exercises at the gym, so that was great. It didn't move around like or drop down below. I don't really know where it's sitting outside me, but it stayed in place. It wasn't moving around, making my workout any more difficult than it already is, because it is leg day, so let's be honest, it's always difficult. But that was great, loved it, no issues, especially the fact that it didn't leak this time. That is amazing. The last 2 days when I put it in, I followed the instructions and I like rotated it a bit so that way it would like stay, but today I just threw it up in there, left it alone, and it seems to be working just fine. Either that or else I'm just having a really light flow today, so either way, like, it didn't leak while I was working out, so that is phenomenal. And it didn't hurt, it didn't feel uncomfortable, it didn't feel like anything at all. Active lifestyle workout approved? Yes, very much so. Ah, yes! I made it through an entire day without leaking. I'm going to step this up a notch and try sleeping with the cup tonight and see how that works out, and let you guys know in the morning whether or not I had any issues, which I don't think I will. I feel like this is it. No more tampons! No more tampons! Woo! See you guys in the morning. I dropped it and it made a mess. Lesson learned. All right, so made it through my first night of sleeping with the menstrual cup. Good news, no issues sleeping with the cup whatsoever. I didn't wake up during the night out of discomfort. It was fine, absolutely no issues. The bad news was when I was removing it this morning, I spilled. I spilled all over my sink. Luckily, it was on the inside of my sink, trying to film people so they know. That was always something I was a little nervous about, was the possibility of it spilling, which is a very real possibility because it happened to me. It could have been way worse. But now, like, going forward for the rest of this period and all periods to come, be extra cautious when maneuvering with a cup full of blood, because there is a very good chance that it could spill. Other than that, no issues. So this is turning into quite a fabulous replacement for tampons. Fabulous. Now it starts getting into one of my other, I guess, not so much of a concern, but like I am curious, is like towards the end of my period when it's so light that I still use tampons, although like it doesn't really seem like I need to. I am curious how this is going to feel when I am barely flowing, to put it so lightly. Did you see what I did there? I'm just fucking punny as hell this morning. But yeah, so now that is something that I'm going to kind of be experiencing over the next like day or two, because my periods last a week. Yay! But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update, and I will check in again here later.